walk to pick up my son from his actual school and then walk back with him. And that was actually a nice experience. And that like, that's being resilient. That's being adaptive to whatever life throws at you, you know?
Yeah.
And making the best of it. Because I'm pretty sure for you to walk to work, that was not easy. And someone else probably, without the same amount of energy and drive, would have just used that as an excuse to not even go to work or have to, ask someone else for a ride but you made it to work. And the walk
Right.
is good exercise. It's fresh air. The weather's getting nicer. And that in itself is
Yeah.
really good for your physical, but your mental health. Getting out and getting air is really, really good.
Yeah, well, it brings
It's
to
not
mind
so
this.
but it's true.
Yeah, because this one doctor has said this, the one that I was talking about that I'm following, and he was, I guess he's a what do you call it? He doesn't have as many degrees as Jordan Peterson. He's like a beginner, but anyway, and basically what he was saying, I wish I had his name in my head, but he's pretty good. But he was talking about willpower. That what you're talking about most people will call out or use it as an excuse or kid a friend. Well, he was talking about willpower, and kind of different than religions teach that. Oh, you know how they say like, oh, God only gives you as much as you can bear. Well, we figured out that that's not true. God doesn't just give you more than God does give you more than you can bear. The universe does give you more than you can bear. Basically, how he broke it down was he was saying like, a person has willpower. Think of willpower as energy. You only have so much until you're exhausted, until you just can't do no more. So, and I took that. I was like, wow, that is so true. Like sometimes you have to push that extra step to grow, to get better. And like I was saying back before, bring it back to proper perspective, as when I was doing it, and I said towards the end, and when I got done, I felt so much better, which gave me the strength, I needed to go through this, what I'm going through now. Like, it's like each block, each step. So it's like, one thing that I did get out of it, and I don't know how it's going to pan out, but was like, be kind to people. It's not simping. Be not extra nice, but just be cordial to people in general, because it's like social insurance, right? Because you never know, one day you're going to have to make a withdrawal. Now, you got your neighbors that you live with. If this one guy is just an asshole, and all of a sudden, because bad things happen to everybody, so all of a sudden this guy needs help, are you going to be eager to help him? Because he was an asshole. Now there's somebody else,
Oh yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody else that was nice, right? At the end of the day, yeah,
Oh
somebody
yeah.
else that was nice, you'd be more able to help that person because they was nice to you,
If you get farther in life if you treat people kind.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't be all like
Yeah.
people. But we live in a world where people, like it's cool to be nasty and dirty to people. I'm talking about I'm talking about total strangers. Like no, don't ever do that. Because we all know when something bad happens, people out of the woodwork comes to help that you never seen, that you don't even know, that you like where these people come from, and these are the people, like I said in the video that I did on YouTube, these are the people that praise you, and you discard them.
Mm.
It's just
Right. That's another thing too.
yeah, that's the
That
irony of
people
life.
tend to
The people you
chase
ignore, the
after.
people, yeah, it's the people
Yeah.
the people that you don't want to be with. It's the kids that aren't cool. There's something wrong with them kids. Well, ain't nothing wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
that's the
they
way
just
life
talk that
is.
they
The
really
ones that
talk.
are cool, the ones that are cool, the ones you want to be with, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Something happened to you, they the ones pointing the finger. The old girl, you saw what happened to Jackie. Oh, she ain't right. She ain't right. While you in a dangerous situation, But it's the ones that are for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So just be aware. What do they say? Be careful how you treat strangers.
Yeah, 'cause add on to that, I mean, you yourself, you're a stranger to other people, and you want to be treated nicely,
Yeah.
right? And you don't know what people are going through. Some people go through a lot of hell, so like, and the last thing that they need is one rude person or attitude. Like, that might just be the icing on the cake for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I would say, like, to add on, to go back to what you were saying about walking and how you felt better after,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that the act of accomplishing something and pushing through adversity, and also the whole act of getting, you know, having that willpower to you know, overcome obstacles, that in itself does alter the brain chemistry as well without medication, you know, and
Right.
create more of oblivion.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
So, accomplishing things like that, sometimes we need these experiences to humble and to, you know, give us a reflection
Okay.
of our lives and ourselves.
To exercise
Teaches
another
something.
part of us.
And things happen for a reason, even if they're freaking messed up, right?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
somewhat
Like,
that is
they
interesting.
teach
You
that
say
way too.
that.
When life is going great, cars come along.
Yeah. Wow, that is cool. That is interesting you say that.
Yeah.
Because like we sleep on our desires. Our body craves certain things for reasons. Because we'll have a circumstance that we needed that. So that what you said is like an exercise that I must have needed to exercise my brain power, my willpower to get me through, you know? Hey, that was then, this is now. So let's go through this hurdle and see if we can get out unscathed.
Yeah, no, and you know how good it feels to
Yeah.
get through a hurdle, right? When you come out of that, you're just like, whoa, like, you're stronger, you're more confident, you feel better. You
Yeah.
appreciate little things more, right?
Yeah,
like, I don't know
yeah.
about you, but when I got my car finally on the road on Saturday.
Okay, tell me about
I
it.
took the longest drive on Sunday. I got lost and I didn't even care.
Oh my God.
And then you appreciate those small things. So sometimes we just need life trustworthy things to give us a lift in other ways.
Wow.
Weird.
What?
Weird
So
concept
it must have not been that expensive. At least it's not as expensive as you thought. I mean,
oh yeah, well, it was not that bad. Oh no, it wasn't.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
grateful for that.
Yeah, it's
You
all
have
right.
a BMW, so those are, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
expensive
mine.
things.
You gonna smack me when I tell you what's wrong with mine. I still gotta get some. I still gotta get some misfires out of it. But watch this. Watch this. Oh my God. The module. These new cars, the anti-theft system in it. So watch this. I wasn't using the original driver key.
Okay, now I see why you said that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. It's weird. Yeah. It's like these new cars, they're possessed by the devil. I ain't lying. Yeah. And it's not just BMW. No. All cars have, I think after 20, the guy that did it, diagnostic in West Springfield, he's a really cool guy. He really, you know, he knows people. He knows things. He, you know, he called me up. He was like, I got to look at your car. He goes, your starter's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know what's going on. He said, you got the original key? I was like, what are you talking about, original key? He was like, yeah, you got the driver. Cause you know how you get two keys. You get a passenger key and you get the driver key, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I was using the key that BMW cut for me. Okay? I went to Hartford and had them cut it for me. This was a while back. This was a long time ago. And they had to go to Germany to get the whatever. That's what they say, whatever. Hey, you know what? That's them. They know what they're doing. So they had to go to Germany to get the whatever and the part that they needed to do it. And they cut the key. It was a brand new key, but it wasn't the original key for that car. So the module needed the original key for that car, the one that died. Yeah. And I told him that. And he was like, wow. Said, that is so weird. And we tried to start it. Nothing. I took the old key, the driver BMW original key that came with the car, started right up. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
I know. I know. I know. I know. That is, yeah. And it's all because of that, what I said in the beginning, that anti-theft thing that they put in these cars. So it's not just BMW. All of them. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I gave him
So
$100
yeah,
for his
so that
trouble.
makes a lot of sense because you're wondering why it wasn't starting, and yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
makes a lot of sense though.
Mm-hmm.
But that must have been something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That is, yeah. Well, the car, see, I got this story that I'm working on, and it pinpoint blueprints. It puts together blueprints. You know the blueprint of the vehicle. Do you know the blueprint of an automobile? Is the human body.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. Okay, so you know that, yeah.
Different things and function together, and one thing messes up, it causes problems with another thing.
Yeah, so like you drive your car a certain way all the time. That's why they say it's not good to have like 5 people driving one car.
Oh, I never heard that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna.
So in a way,
Yeah,
there's
some
kind of
people, yeah.
yeah. After you had your car for a couple of years, yeah, it's got demons in it. It's got spirits in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I'm just saying, it's like, right, how do I explain? Like, the car itself, it's obviously is it's not alive.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Wow.
still, it still gets impacted by the way people treat it. So
Yeah,
let's say
I know.
person A drives it this way, person B brakes all crazy and drives fast, and
I
the
know.
car has to adjust to a certain drive.
It is used to that. So that's what, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, wow. I mean, these guys, they know a lot. Like, yeah, wow. I don't know. Wow. Huh.
But you're the only one that drives a car. There was an issue with that you were using the wrong key. I had never heard of that.
I know. Because they wouldn't start at all. I was
saying,
saying, yeah, yeah.
wow.
Because when BMW cut that key for me, since it was new, I figured just use that one. Right? So yeah. So I guess there must have been a short. See, I got a jump one time. Now I learned after I got the jump, don't ever jump. Now this is back to BMW. So they said don't ever jump BMWs like from a car to another car, and I didn't know that, and I was like, oh wow, because the guy who was doing the tutorial said that it sends a jolt to the whole electrical system and it just screws everything up. So probably when I got that jump, that's probably what threw everything out of whack. And this guy that I brought to now got the codes out and cleared all the codes. So he basically fixed it back, hopefully. But to be safe, I think I should bring it to BMW, have them check the module system. But and everybody thinks that me and this car is like just whatever, but they don't know. Watch this. That's my girl's car. Her mom got that for us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if the car is the car, this is the meaning for this car.
Yes.
You're gonna keep it rolling and
Right. So I got to keep that car together for when she comes back, because she's gonna need something to drive too. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah. And that adds even more to it too. Like you really care about this car. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
reminds you of her.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I call her all the time. I'm like, baby, what is? Yeah. I'm like, so is it? Yeah, I know. Cause, oh my God, don't get me started with that part. Wow. Cause I just went through all the stuff that she had to go through, all those times in the hospital, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, yeah. But it just affirms that she's my one.
A deeper understanding for what she's been going through.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure, right? I mean, you were already understanding her, but
Well, we have our close network of friends that are pretty cool with us, and that's it. You know, after a certain age, you don't need all these friends, all these people
No.
in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you have to have a thing with like who's closer and who's, in the same kind of phase in
Yeah.
life. I don't know. You
Yeah.
have a friend that was both been a good friend, but then they move far. So you still have love for them, but you probably not as close.
Yeah. Yeah.